Welcome back to another special edition of the Optimist International podcast, where we're interviewing past participants of our Childhood Optimist Golf Tournament. And at this time, we're pleased to have March Osland with us from Phoenix, Arizona. And you played in the 2025 14 15 age bracket. So thanks for being with us, March.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on.
Tell us, well, one of the things we do on our podcast, we talk about people's optimist story, but how did you get involved with the Optimist tournament and kind of what's your background with optimism in general?
So, like the first time I heard about the qualifier, I think my mom brought it up to me, and I was like, "Yeah, that sounds fun. I loved playing it."
Was it a local club that you know of that sponsored?
It was local. Yeah, I drove down to Tucson, which was like 2 hours, and I played in the qualifier, and I made it.
Very cool. Had you had any experience with an Optimist Club before the qualifier?
No, I did not.
What and you qualified in 2025. Are you shooting for 2026 this year as well?
I plan on playing it again. Hopefully, there's no tournaments in the way, but I mean, I'd love to play it again. I had a great time.
Where's the qualifier at this year?
I believe it's the same place. I think it's still in Tucson.
Tell us a little about the course that you played in the qualifier in Tucson.
The course is like a local muni. I mean, it wasn't the best course ever, but I still had fun. I dealt with some adversity and I played pretty good. I made some putts and I think it like contributed to the reason why I made it into the tournament.
Very cool. Do you have a specific hole in mind that you sticks out in your memory when you were playing the qualifier that was a good hole or a bad hole?
I remember I eagled the ninth hole. I feel like that was a big turning point. And I feel like I made a couple clutch putts. I made some good 5 footers, and I feel like my putting was really the only reason I made it.
Well,
It's
you know
the
what they
game. It's
say:
not really
drive for
good.
show and putt for dough.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell us a little bit about the course in Miami. Your feelings when you first approached the course in Miami.
The course was very hard. It was long, difficult. There was a lot of water, which I'm not really used to here in Arizona. But I kind of had to approach it differently, like more like strategy, like not like really going for pins, being more conservative and just going for par instead of birdie.
What is one hole that stands out to you in the Miami tournament that you struggled with?
The 10th hole, I remember the third day I teed off, hit it right, hit out of bounds, made a terrible triple bogey. That was a rough hole.
What was your? Do you have a memory of a favorite hole at the golf tournament that stands out to you?
I feel the 18th hole was a very good hole. It was very challenging. I remember it was like 450 yards. It was in the wind. You needed to hit a good drive and a good second shot. I feel like it was a good challenge.
Did you play on the Red Tiger or the Blue Monster?
I played on both. The first day I played the Red Tiger, I'm pretty sure. And then the last 2 days I played on the Blue Monster.
Tell us about your experience with the Optimist staff and the course and the people you worked and played with.
They were very friendly, they were very helpful, and they showed us around when we got there. And they were just great people. They're very nice too.
Is there a specific relationship of a player that you made that sticks out that you have that you kept in contact with from the tournament?
I played with this kid from Colombia. I played with him in the practice round, and I actually played with him in two of the actual like tournament days. And I still talk to him like every week.
So you had a friendship from an international standpoint.
Yeah, no, it was fun. Yeah.
What were some of your experiences outside the tournament?
I think I went to like the beach one time, but like I really kind of just stayed at Doral and just hit balls and practice and warmed up.
So you were all serious about winning this. You were
I
wanting to
was,
hit it,
yes,
play good.
yes. I want to get
Tell
the
us a
job
bit about
done.
tell us a bit about some of the stuff you worked on, and some of the things that were going through your mind as you're on this course down in Miami.
Well, a lot of it was strategy, like going into it. Like I wanted to play good, and a lot of it was like pre-shot routine. I feel like I like to work on that before tournaments instead of like, say like, just like feels or anything, because I don't want that in my head while I'm in the middle of a tournament.
What are some of your experiences during the tournament?
I had lots of highs. I feel like I played pretty good. There are some holes too that brought me down, but I felt like I got over them pretty quick. But I had a great experience.
What was the thing that sticks out to you the most that you learned about the golf tournament?
I learned a lot. I feel like I learned a lot about myself, like how I treat people and how I act. I feel like I did a good job. I had a good attitude the whole time. But I feel like I liked interacting with people, especially like the international kids, and I like learning about like where they're from and what they do for fun.
Yeah, tell us some more about those experiences you had with players and things that were going on at the tournament. I mean, that's a huge bonus to this tournament.
Yeah, they're all positive. I just like love talking to international kids, like learning more about their culture and like what they do and like how they got there, like what other sports they play.
What advice would you have for somebody that's going to play in a qualifier hoping to make the international tournament?
Well, you got to play good, that's one thing, but also you got to be consistent, you know? You can't like go for flashy shots. Try to make pars, try to shoot around even. That's really it.
And what if someone's nervous about doing a qualifier? What would you say to them?
I wouldn't be nervous. I mean, it's just a qualifier. You don't have to play great. Just have fun, you know? You don't need
What are
to.
some Yeah, tell us what about we talk excuse me, a lot of the other people have talked about how tough the greens are. What did you think about the greens at Miami?
The greens were super tough. I'm actually like glad we have grain down here in Arizona. I feel like if I like wasn't used to that grass, that Bermuda, I feel like it'd be really tough. So I'm just like I'm thankful I'm used to that grass.
What are some aspirations you have for after the tournament that will help you for the future?
Well, my aspirations in golf is hopefully to play college golf D1 and then after that hopefully make it to the PGA. I'd love to win on the PGA too. Maybe win a couple majors.
Those are pretty lofty goals. Tell us how
Yeah.
the Optimus International is going to help you achieve that.
How the Optimist is. Well, it gave me the opportunity to play in a high level golf tournament. And I feel like that lowered my ranking. And coaches see that and watch that. So really helped me there.
So this tournament's pretty important to you,
It is, yes.
and you played in the 14 to 15, so you're still in high school, so you have some years to go to keep
I
playing.
do
And
that some years ago. It's not quite important yet, but I still want to play good.
what would advice would you have for somebody as they're getting ready to tee off on the green or the blue monster if they were really nervous about what was going on?
I would just tell them to chill out and have some fun, honestly. I mean, that's a hard course. Like I had a terrible round there too, but I feel like I got over it. But you know, it's like you don't need to play great. You're gonna have bad holes, you're gonna have good holes, just have fun. That's really it.
Did the Optimus Club from the had put on the qualifier help sponsor you in any way to get to Miami?
Sorry, say that again?
Did the Optimus Club that put on the qualifier help you get to the tournament in Miami?
I don't think they did, no. I think I think I just paid for it. I don't know. That's a question I need to ask my mom.
So you did a lot of, but you guys paid a lot of stuff out of pocket and did maybe some fundraising for it.
I don't think we did that. I think we just paid for it out of pocket.
Did your whole family go with you to Miami?
My whole family did. We had a great time. We actually went to Key West after the tournament. It was fun.
So let's talk a little bit about that experience outside of the Optimus tournament because
Yeah.
kids are, it's not just about doing the
No,
tournament,
yeah.
it's also about having fun while you're down there. Tell us about some stuff in the Key West.
Well, we went down there for I think we went for like 4 days. We kind of just chilled and relaxed. We didn't really do that much, but I had a fun time. We went snorkeling.
What are some of the golf scholarships you're hoping to get when you play D1 golf?
Well, I hope to
Or is
go
there a
full
dream
ride.
school?
I hope I go full ride. I mean, I have a bunch of schools in mind, but a lot of them are really lofty, but I feel like if I keep working hard and keep practicing, I feel like they're attainable.
Uh, tell us about your feelings this year for the international tournament? Are you excited to get back in there and have a great
I am
time?
excited. I really want to plan it again this year, and I hope I can play good. I want to win it.
Well, that's some pretty lofty goals. What
Yeah,
would you
yeah.
say is your strongest part of your game when you're playing?
I'd say my mental game is pretty good. I feel like I can recover pretty well after bad holes.
What about hit driving and putting? Which one do you prefer?
Driving is very consistent for me. Putting is like probably the most inconsistent part of my game. It's either really good or it's in the trash.
What are some other what are some other experience you had during a tournament? Is there anything that really sticks out in your mind that is a huge thing that you really loved or you really did not care for?
I remember the hardest part of the tournament was probably the weather because it was like 90 degrees with 100% humidity in Florida, and I feel like that was very hard. But if you drink water and eat food, I think you'll be fine.
What would some of your goals this year being going to the qualifier and getting something? What is a goal you want to hit for yourself, especially during the qualifier this year?
During the qualifier, well, I hope I won't. My main goal is to make the tournament, obviously, but I'd like to win the qualifier, honestly. Don't have to worry about like the last 5 holes having to go under par to make it.
And as you get older, what are some of the things you're looking forward to about your golf game, or where golf can take you?
Well, I'm looking forward to high school golf in the next 4 years, and then hopefully after that playing college golf. That's something I'm really looking forward to.
Is there anything that you would tell the Optimist clubs that you want to say to them for this tournament, or anything that you've seen for experiences during this time?
Not really. I mean, I had a great time. That was one of my favorite tournaments I've ever played in.
What would you
There's
say to
not
the
much you can
people?
do.
What would you say to the people working at Optimist International?
Thank you very much. I had a great time. That's really it. You guys did a great job.
Well, March, I can't tell you how much we appreciate you taking their time to answer our listeners' questions and get them to get you know you better and let them know that this golf tournament is making a difference for kids all across the country.
It is.